Welcome to the GLAC studio. This is Gomati Sevasankaran, and we are in the first class of this painting called Dhairya Lakshmi or Veera Lakshmi, the woman or the goddess representing valor and courage. Yeah, so this painting is going to represent this particular attribute in women. Yeah, we are going to work on this painting together, and before we get started, I would like to remind you to go back to my basics, a preparatory course that I have uploaded. It's about 2 hours approximately, and this is a very helpful session for someone who is getting new, getting into oil painting, or trying to understand some basics or basic nuances that no one discusses in that level of detail. And also we discuss a bit of the referencing, which is going to be the essential section. In this first class, we are going to do what is very important to build a idea, that is planning. So you're going to plan together, and for that I would really prefer that you are going through those, so you're ready with all the materials, you're ready with your thought process. And also, when you go through the session on referencing, you would have gotten an idea as to how I came up with this, a series of paintings, or how exactly I am searching for references and so on. So you'll get to know more on that. So provided you have had a look at that, or at least glimpsed through that, those are available for free. So you do that, and then you are very much ready with a canvas. This is a 40 by 50 centimeter canvas. That's also with me here, and then the pictures. We are going to jump right into the pictures to understand the importance of the reference and what exactly are we going to do in the plannings or strategizing section here today. Yep. So let me just share the screen right away with you. Right. So what you see here is this image that's also present in a printed form in my hand in one of those cameras. Um, and this picture is representative of Veera Lakshmi or Dhairya Lakshmi. This is one of the Lakshmi or goddess Lakshmi forms that we are going to work on. Like I said, it is representing valor and courage. And this is exactly going to be the superstructure of what we are going to paint. So this is not an exact copy that we are going to make. Yeah, if you've already gone through the reference, you know by now that there's going to be a few other things coming up to this. We are going to use this picture as a superstructure, meaning we are going to use this as a reference to have some key components representing this goddess image, like for example the bow and arrow, the sword, and all these things are needed definitely. And the way she's seated, the positioning, the lotus, there's so many things that we will use. But is it going to be her? No, it's going to be a girl child. Yeah. And here is the picture of the girl that we are going to paint as a reference for this particular painting. So this painting is going to turn out to have this beautiful little girl's face. What are the things that are going to change the dynamics of the painting the moment we capture this image? Yes, the body is that of a 7 or 8 year old girl. It's a small little girl. So when we capture this image of the face here in our painting, we'll have to adapt the body accordingly and make sure that the elements are placed nicely. And also here in this particular image, you see that the whole head is covered with a huge crown that she is wearing. But when you come down here, the beauty of this girl is also in the way she's got those nice plaits in her hair. And I love this. I do not want to change that. So if this has to come out nicely, then we'll have to place a nice crown that is like looking like a tiara and not too heavy like this. So that's one example of what we could do slightly differently. So we will have this beautiful face, but at the same time, we will make sure that the components of this image is also reflected there. So that's the challenge that we are going to jump into. Are you excited? Fantastic. Let's now get on to the planning of this. To plan, I have printed both the pictures of here. But before the planning, you would have already noticed something here. What is this? Why do I have to copy this image and put this also in a black and white? Yeah, this is something you would have already noticed if you are not new to my tutorials, you'd have already noticed that I insist on this black and white image to help us focus on the tonalities and light versus dark and where do you want to give depth and how and so on. It boils things down to the basics and helps you focus on the depth really very well, especially if you are somebody new to this, experimenting. So that's exactly why I've got this image in both black and white and color forms, and I'm going to use that to show you how to do the gridding, how I'm doing the gridding. Both the pictures that you see in the screen right now and also the ones that I grid. After I grid, I will also load them onto the description so you're able to have them also in the printed form if you want, or if you would prefer to have them in your laptop or mobile phone or any device, it's also fine. So with that, let's jump directly into the gridding. Okay, for the gridding here, I have this picture with me, and I am going to first write down here the canvas size. I'm going to use the canvas vertically. So for me, canvas size is 40 centimeters. That I call my breadth. The length will be 50 centimeters. So I would like to have a balance of the same, logic when I do the gridding of the superstructure. So it helps me, not make a copy, but, helps me adapt my painting easily. Yeah. So I'm looking at the number 12, white 12, 4, that is 40 is 4, and 3. 4 multiplied by 3 is 12, and I would like to space them as 3 centimeter grids. That's the starting point of my gridding. So that's the 12 centimeters here. And these are all 3 centimeter spacings ready for the grid. Yeah. And I'm going to draw a vertical line here, so which means I will block out the space. And let's look at the horizontal or the vertical rather, in this case. When I do that, it's going slightly beyond my planning here in the picture. What is shown and my 15 centimeters here. Yes, I'm taking 15 centimeters because the 5 range, I want the multiples of 5 range for the 50 centimeters, and it works with the 15 here. And I see that it's going slightly beyond the picture frame that I have printed off, but it is fine for me as long as it helps in the process. That is fine by me. I'm going to mark it here easily. 3, 6, 9, 12, and then 15 is obviously right here. Yes. So we have this reading plan. And if we had to go by this, what are we going to do here? I'm just going to draw the line as well here so that we are marking the 12 again. 3, 6, 9, and 12, which means it's just, hitting into this image slightly. But I guess it will. I see that it's slightly off base the way I have. Okay, I understood the mistake. So I'm going to grid it accordingly. So when you get it, you have it right. Yeah. The last line. Goes right here. All right. So the extra space that is here in this, block, I wouldn't worry much because I will just develop the lotus picture a little further to adapt in the manner that I would like to, have it. That's one. I am done with the gridding on the vertical side. Right, let's do the horizontals. And it was again 15 centimeters, isn't it? So it is just marking here for the benefit of people who want to see, because it's a little bit unclear to do in the zone of black and white, although I am using a blue pen to help me with the process. Yeah. So when I also scan it, you'll still be able to see those grids and follow. Or if not, you could also try doing this yourself. There are what do you call? There are also tools available on the system itself, on your laptop or any device that you could use automatically to grid. I would like to do this manually because I learn, I also tend to think more on that aspect of what am I doing here and how is it going to impact my painting. I'm marking this as A, B, C, and D, and this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are 3 centimeters and 3 centimeters, 3 and 3 and 3. So it's a 3 by 3 grid, which is going to turn into, when I divide this by 4 and divide this by 5, what will happen? It will be a 10 by 10. So when I divide my canvas, do the grids of my canvas, I will do a 10 by 10 spacing. Then I would be able to take this image and extrapolate. What you do it is to extrapolate this image and make it bigger in your slightly larger canvas. This is a A4 size sheet and the picture is even smaller, so I understand that I will have to just maximize this, zoom it up in my painting. When I do this, what I'm looking at is still the superstructure. So meaning I want things like the tools here, the hands coming here, the lotus coming here. So I want the location. Where do I want it? When I say, for example, I want the lotus in row 5, then it will be in row 5. Maybe the petals are slightly here and there, or whatever, doesn't matter. But overall structure, I want to balance things around in my canvas, and that's how it is helping me to grid and plan. So we have planned superstructure, that's one down, one more task to go. Now we need the face. The face It's not the superstructure. We want almost, close to what we have here. So we want, completely, as much as possible, we want to capture this innocence, the beauty, the eyes, the smile, the age and everything, and also, the features. So I am going to measure it in a way that I will do an exact, so it's not an extrapolation, it's an exact. I am looking at, okay, here her face, and I'm looking at the face spacing here. It's 2 centimeters by 2. It's a square kind of, but over here I see that she's taking, 10 centimeters here. Year to year, if we take, it's 9 centimeters. I want a 10 by 10 box to help me focus on her face. So I am going to eyeball and think of this 10 centimeters coming in a place where we could have a balance of, okay, good. So this is a good balance. I'm just marking it. This is where I want to cut off and say this is the face structure that I will go ahead with. So that's the 10 centimeter length, and I have from the jaw tip to her head, I see 10 centimeters. Maybe it will go slightly further, but it's okay as long as I'm able to gauge and get the so I'm just starting with the chin and placing the 10 centimeters here. I think I will be fine taking this, box and trying to extrapolate that. But also we'll have to keep in mind that we will use these, the hair plaits that the girl has as much as possible, and use the top of it for her tiara when we work on the details. So I think I have kind of an idea where I want the 10 centimeter block, 10 by 10 centimeter block has to go. Yeah. So I am just drawing the line up here to eliminate the sections that I will not focus much on. The jawline comes here. That's one important section. Have this. So let's look at how to divide this. I want it to be in 2 centimeter grids, so it's kind of, helping me focus on the detail. Yeah, so I'm just looking at 2 centimeters, 4, 6, 8, and then there is 10 again. So I'm just marking and going about drawing these grids. Good. So we have done the horizontal lines. Let's do the same for the right here. I think I need the help of a space where I could easily, yes, this is a nice space. And I could easily see wherever there is a lighter space, it's easy for me to work around and mark my grid points. I'm just marking them and drawing this. Red line. This is not going to be an extrapolation, remember? So we are going to make an exact size of this face in our painting. So what I have done is 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. And there's 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2, which is 10 centimeter blocks. Let's name them. Let's name them as A, B, C, D, and E. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we know that, for example, when I say that it is C4, we are going to focus on the nose and mouth. So that's how we are going to understand each other and work. So this is a 10 by 10 centimeter block. Yeah, for the face. We have planned on our references. Okay, let's summarize what we have done. Today, we are going to work on a Celebrate Diversity series painting, where the focus is on Veera Lakshmi or Dhairya Lakshmi. Dhairya means boldness or courage. And Dhairya Lakshmi is a representation of all the boldness and courage that everybody needs, really, to face all the challenges in life with this beautiful smile and succeed in whatever we have to compete for. Yes, in a positive spirit, definitely. So this beautiful painting, we have taken an image as a reference, and we are going to use this as a superstructure. That is exactly why we have graded it in a way that we will multiply, we'll be able to multiply and bring it to the extrapolated size of the canvas that we are going to work on. And it's graded 3 by 3, so it can be multiplied to 10 by 10 size when we come to the overall superstructure building on the canvas. Then we have selected a picture of a girl. So this picture is going to be used as the face of the girl. So that's exactly why we have chosen not to think of an extrapolation. We have tried to grid it in a manner that we can adapt as much as possible. We can take as much as possible from this and build some similarity in our picture. Also, we need to be mindful that this is the picture of a girl versus what we are going to do is looking like a woman. So we'll have to remember to adapt the structure of the body, and also the hands looking slightly younger and to look like a point to a little girl, and also the skin tones adapted accordingly. So that is the challenge and interesting set of classes coming ahead to you. I look forward to having you around, and I hope you have found this really interesting to challenge yourself with. I wish you to be there in the next class, and also to in the ensuing classes. Stay blessed, stay happy, stay healthy. Let's meet up in the next session. Bye bye.